So we've got to talk about some news that has recently came out of West London, Brentford to be a bit more specific. Emergency services had been called to Albany Parade in Brentford, West London. When they arrived, they found two people suffering from stab injuries, 20-year-old Ali and 82-year-old great-grandma Betty Walsh.
Ali was my little brother, you know. Yeah, he was 20 years old, hardworking, passionate, always had a smile on him. He was part of the good group of kids that didn't want to be involved in bad things like, you know, gangs or anything like that. Yeah, just a real diamond to have, you know. He wasn't... You could probably ask a lot of people who knew Ali. There's probably not much bad things you could say about Ali at all, you know. He was literally someone with a heart of gold. His smile and his passion for everything he used to do. Those are the things that really stand out about Ali for me. Academically, he was probably the only one in our family that would probably finish uni. I could say he was, yeah. He was learning to be an accountant just because he knew that was a job that could bring in the money. But again, that wasn't for himself, it was more to help the family. You know, he wanted to help my mum. That's been the type of person Ali has always been. He looks out for others more than he looks out for himself. On the 12th of November 2021, it was a normal day like any other Friday. Finished work, had a few errands to do, and from then on is when everything really went downhill. And I remember trying to make a decision, I would say, on should I, you know, pick up my mum and take her home and then, you know, maybe do my errands a bit later on. At the time, I was trying to come to terms with an answer. It was, I just remember it being a very difficult decision to make. It was a very heavy on the shoulders sort of decision. And at the time I couldn't put my hands on why. But I chose to have an early weekend and do my errands instead of going picking up my mum from work. I know obviously what's happened, but I always feel that that decision has sort of could have changed some sort of circumstance in what happened to Ali. I always kind of blame myself a little bit about it. It was definitely the worst day of my life so far. There was quite a lot of things leading up to the confirmation of it being Ali. People who were nearby. At the time, my ex-partner was messaging someone who I believe witnessed parts of it happen, and I think she may have seen how it happened or may have seen Ali come in to the shop where he passed. I kept getting phone calls from other people I don't really normally speak to on a regular basis via phone call, calling me up and just asking about Ali. Have you heard? Have you seen? I remember as I was going to get my little sister, I would say I was probably around the corner from my house. It's as I rang her, I remember just hearing her crying, saying, it's him, it's him, it's Ali. Those words will never leave my mind, you know, they'll always be in my head. And that's how it was confirmed, really. believe that was around midnight. We found out that it was confirmation of Ali. It's definitely changed me as a person. Looking at it, it's made me value life a bit more. And I think there's a lot when you go through grieving. There's a lot of things that you think in your mind, what ifs, what could I have done? One thing I always realized when I was going through it is I blamed myself a lot. Still do sometimes. It's made me realize that although we may say, I'm going to sleep and I'll see you in the morning, that's never actually guaranteed. You literally don't know when you're going to go. I mean, if you told me that morning what would have happened that night, I would have never believed you. You know, I would have laughed in your face and said, it's impossible. As a human being, having the love I did for my brother, you know, I pray every day for him, just hoping he's in a better place. I value life more now, in a sense where, yeah, you just need to be kind, because you genuinely don't know when it's going to be your next time.